For most students, studying at the university is a full-time job as most courses require an average of 30 hours a week in a classroom. Succeeding in university requires a lot of determination and perseverance, but for some students, this could be a lot harder than it sounds. Welcome to Campus Edge. I'm your host, Patricia. Students from Congo, Rwanda and Burundi, bonjour na pia wanafunzi wa Kenya na wa Tanzania, hii ni show yenu. This week we meet 4 students that juggle multiple part-time jobs. Let's find out how they balance work and school. Watch and learn. Sumaya, a second-year student at Makerere University pursuing a bachelor's degree in communication and journalism. Aside from studying, Sumaya works as a fashion designer to make ends meet. She invited us to her home in Lunguja and told us how she got started in business and the challenges she has as a working student.
I got into fashion first. I had that passion, though I hadn't yet discovered myself, so I did so many things before I got into this. Then eventually I asked a lady who used to make for me clothes to teach me, so that is how I got into this.
I see a lot of dresses that you've already completed. That means you have clients. How do you get your clients?
I get my clients from my sisters and my friends. Yeah, some of them I get them along the way because I do make my own clothes.
When did you start this business?
I started this business in 2011. Before it wasn't easy. At times I made dresses and I really didn't like them. But then one time I even felt like giving up.
Oh dear.
But because I needed to survive, I had to make more clothes.
Doesn't this business interrupt school time?
No, it doesn't. Because during the day I'm at school and also in the evening.
I want us to focus on the social responsibility of the media in this class. I know that there are people who are ready to present about the social responsibility of the media.
The media is doing a lot when it comes to education and creating awareness. For example, the current case is the typhoid case. So it's creating awareness through advertisement, through writing. So basically I do this work over the weekend.
Sumaya works from one corner of her bedroom. She showed us some of her finished work that included long flowy dresses that had a mix of fabric, chiffon with cotton, African fabric and urban fabric. I couldn't resist the temptation and asked her to make a dress for me. Thanks a lot, Sumaya, for the dress. I will pick it this week. Then we meet Shem. Shem is a student at St. Lawrence University. A student by the day and a DJ by night, Shem has to be all ears in the classroom and all ears in the DJ booth. For Shem, reading, writing and rhythm are the main focus of his studies. We caught up with him to find out how he juggles his textbooks and turntables. Take a look.
After 7 verses 6.
How did it all begin? How did you get into DJing?
Well, it started about 3-4 years back, and I think I just had the passion, and probably that time I had friends that are doing the thing, so I picked up the interest. Yeah.
Tell us about your parents. How did they react when they got to know that you were into DJing?
Of course, the reaction was not that cool. You know, DJs always looked at people who are thugs and they're cruel and, you know, kind of things. But they have to be easy. I mean, I'm their son, you get. So, and I wanted to do, not that I was going to run out of school or become wild or something like that, but I wanted to do something that's, you know, part of school as well. But this is my other side thing, you know, trying to generate income from it as well. So, yeah, they were okay with it, with time, of course. Yeah.
What was the first event you DJ'd at, and what was your first experience?
The very first event I remember was it was at hostel, and then I just had a laptop as the only thing that I was using for play music. So The experience was okay due to the fact that I was with fellow students, and these are crazy people, you know, those who drink ups and, you know, stuff like that. So they didn't mind if I was playing right or wrong, as long as music was playing and you know, the party was going. So it was really crazy.
What advice do you give to students who would like to be DJs like you?
The advice that I have, one of the things that inspired me was passion. You need to have the passion. You need to have time for it. I think time cuts across all things. You need to have time for it.
Time, however, is something that most working students don't always have. Studying at the university requires a lot of time planning, gathering data, communicating your findings in spite of all other distractions like partying and clubbing. How then do working students like Shem find time to balance work and school?
I do find time. What happens is I do usually have my gigs on the weekend. If I have any gig during the week, I try to cut it out. If I cannot do it, then I give it to a fellow DJ, because it will be colliding with my school schedule, so I do not usually take gigs during the week. There's lots of DJs out there, so one of the first challenges that I have is the market availability. Yes, it's there, but there's so many other people out there. So you need to do a little something that is much more extraordinary than what other people are actually doing, so that there's a bit of market, then there's timing as well. I've tried to, you know, explain it in a way, but it's challenging because you want the money during the week, but you need to let go, you get. So that's the challenges.
Juggling a full-time job and coursework involves countless hours of multitasking. But Shem says time management is another skill that going to school and working has taught him.
Time, yeah. They say that time is money. I don't know if that term does apply these days, but time is money.
Although his lecturers won't give him any marks for his DJing skills, Shem believes that the lessons learned in the DJ booth are just as relevant as his studies.
One of the lessons I've learned is consulting from fellow DJs, which is more or less the same kind of thing when it comes to education. You need to be able to reach out to fellow students and, you know, ask them like, how do you go about this and that. That is a lesson that I've learned.
After the break, we meet Susan. She's a second-year student that travels 14 kilometers every day to attend lectures.
This is Campus Edge. Like us, follow us, stalk us. We love the attention.
Hey, Campus Edge.
I love.
Yeah, I love Campus Edge. Yeah, I love
Campus Edge.
Campus Edge. Campus Edge. I love Campus Edge so much.
I love watching Campus Edge.
Watch Campus Edge and win free airtime. Here is your access code. Only the yellow numbers are correct. That code again after the break.
It's cool.
What got these celebrities laughing? What question couldn't they answer?
That's a tough question.
Maybe I'll give him the K.
What was that?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, wow.
Find out on fun facts about your celebrities. Coming up after the break.
Susan is a second-year university student living in Kasangati. She travels
14
kilometers every day to attend lectures in Ndeje University. She too shared how she juggles work and school. Take a look.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm Suzanne. I study at Ndeje University.
Okay.
I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in IT, Information and Technology, second year.
Wow. So why do you work and study at the same time?
I work and study because I need tuition, I need money for upkeep, and also buying what? Notes. Yeah, because some lecturers don't give us notes, so we just buy them.
Okay. So does the money you earn here sustain you?
Of course it does, because it helps me. look after myself, lunch, supper, and also transport.
Okay. Is your mom, are your parents okay with you working and studying at the same time?
Yes, of course they are, because I wouldn't be here if she wasn't.
Okay. So Susan, why of all people does your employer employ you and not other people? What is so special about you as a salesperson?
Okay, I'm not all that special, but it's that I'm doing IT, and IT is also part of what? Marketing stuff, because really these cosmetics need a lot of marketing and a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
You have to convince someone to take something.
She sells skincare products, makeup, fragrances, jewelry, and hair care products. During the day, she attends to customers and goes to school in the evenings. We asked her what challenges she finds on the job.
Timekeeping, sometimes getting late to class, you find the lecturer has already started, but some minutes ago. I think that's all.
Susan's boss was full of praises for her.
Susan is a sales and marketing person in my shop.
Okay.
She does the shopping and the stocking, and she helps me out in marketing my business. Susan is hardworking. She loves her job and she loves what she does. She gives in all her best, and she's a very good salesperson.
What do you think about working and studying? We asked some of you, and this is what you had to say.
I think it's fine working without plus studying, because at least I can try to get something that my parents cannot.
I think it's best for them because they get money, as in to get money for upkeep.
I think it's really stressing because they have no time for their books, really.
It's okay if you work and balance your books, but me personally, I can't work and study. I really need a lot of time for my books.